Ishtakena, remix with Akon. You're one wrong, where this man come from? Bojin, Senegal Bojin, for Jamaican City Bojin, West Africa, to North Africa, East Africa, Addis Ababa, have the same vision, Muslim and Christian. If we just listen.
Oh my gosh, once again it's on. Yes indeed. You right here in the local historical western area. I'm here with, some real black love and unity over here, just building in our own community. So this is a beautiful thing, and you already know where we at, and you know what this is. The what? The Think Champs. Okay, yes indeed. Welcome family, we are in. Rebel, this is gonna be a serious one, fam.
I know.
Yeah, this is.
I'm here to learn. I'm here to learn. It's a hot topic.
It's a hot topic.
It's the topic. The topic of the day.
Mm-hmm.
The whole male-female conglomerate movement. How do we love each other?
Truly.
Why don't we love each other?
Truly.
And why should we love each other?
Truth and lies.
Let's get it.
Let's get it. And that's real. So everyone wants to introduce yourself. Let us know who in the building.
I'm Hatshepsut. Everybody calls me Shep. I'm Rebel's wife.
No doubt.
My name is Arsema. I go by Arsema or yes.
Thanks.
Peace. I'm Kenya. It's just a pleasure to be here. It's gonna be good today. It's gonna get really deep. So I'm looking forward to it.
Give thanks for coming forward, you know? Yeah, so we're gonna be building over here. So I'm thinking, I really would like to take a moment to just really let the sisters really build, so I can really get a perspective of where y'all coming from, because we got to be able to reason some things out, and see both perspectives of a thing.
Yes, sir.
Balance it out,
Balance.
with the masculine and feminine energy, and I think that this would be a great time for us to really do that, especially right now when people are afraid to make certain choices, you know what I mean? And don't realize that your choice already been made, you know what I mean? You were created in his image to do his will, So here we are in this days and time, you know what I mean? That we have to really, stay firm to the foundation that's been set and laid, So we're just gonna build on it, like how we see it. So Queen Kenya, tell us more about what you're saying and thinking.
I mean, where do you start? It's like black love is the most powerful love you can find, honestly. That's what I feel.
True.
But, however, we have a lot of healing to do as a whole. And until we can love ourselves and heal ourselves, we can't love one another. So it starts with ourselves.
Truly.
Of course, we have to keep the Most High first and foremost ahead of our relationship. And I feel like it's the last thing we think about nowadays. Mm-hmm. God is the last thing we think about. So how can we direct our relationships without having God as,
Wow.
the beginning?
And that's a good question, because for a relationship to really fully sustain itself, it has to have the Almighty involved in it, you know what I mean? Because he is the plug, he is the charge, that keeps us together, in that power, in that unity, right? Because it's a trinity. It's the mother, father, and the higher one, or it's the mother, father, and the child. You see what I'm saying? It's always a trinity. But he's the creator of that trinity. So he's always involved in it, no matter what. So without it having that source, that main source of power, which is the Almighty, we would never be in that full union that we're supposed to be in. Because here's the thing. If a man is not on the Almighty time, and he out there on demon time, he's not going to be able to focus on sustaining and doing what's right for his family. You know what I'm saying? But if he's on divine time, the Almighty's time,
Yes, sir.
his focus is to provide and protect his family.
Yes, sir.
Right? That's his main focus, and his goal is to provide and protect his family. So we have to look at these traits and what makes a man really a man in these days and time. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not just a man just because they're walking around with tools. It's really what makes a man is his connection and his closeness with the Creator. So he'll have a respect for the Most High's creation, you know, and the most thing that he should be protecting on this earth is the black woman,
Exactly.
which is the mother of creation. Yes,
That's
indeed.
right.
Yes,
And
indeed.
the woman of creation and the most hated
Right,
woman
right.
in creation.
That's true.
Nowadays,
Why do you
2022.
say that?
That's true.
I say that because it goes way black. Like it goes way
All
back.
right, way
Take it,
black.
take it.
Way
Let's go
back.
black.
It
Take
goes
it black.
it goes
Let's go
back.
black,
I
for real.
mean, nowadays I feel like black women nowadays, we hate each other.
Mm.
You know, like we were talking about earlier. I can't ask a woman, "Oh, where did you get your dress from?" without her saying, where you wanna know where I get my clothes from? So just little things like that. We hate each other.
Yeah.
We're divided. You know.
Truly.
Yeah, and all this is, very much learned behavior. You know, that we've learned, that we're being taught from. We were just talking about the media,
Yeah.
society, TikTok, Snapchat, Instagram. This is still white influence
Right, that's
on
true.
us. So you're constantly being told that what you are isn't enough. What you are isn't beautiful. What you are isn't the standard. What you are is like what's not wanted. So that inner hate, and you see anybody who's that, which is you, it automatically becomes that.
Truly. That's true. I truly see that. And speaking, from, like I said, I want to hear the sister's perspective because, that's really what we need to do, balance these things out, you know what I mean? Because we really need each other more than anything, you know what I'm saying? And we have to be here to protect and love one another. I think that's out of people's mindset, that you really have to love someone to be with someone, you know? I think that's really far out of people's mindset, you know what I'm saying? How are you with somebody and you don't love them? You see what I'm saying? The whole reality is we have to come forward into love and opening our hearts again, and to true love. Because we open our hearts to all this stupidness on the TV. We open our hearts to Ukraine and all kind of things,
You
right?
have to be counterintuitive.
Right?
To trust yourself, to trust someone else.
Mm-hmm.
We really have to like reprogram ourselves.
Truly.
Yeah,
True.
and release and let go all of the false narratives and the rhetorics that they've placed on us without our consent, involuntarily,
Mm-hmm.
and tap back into our divinity, back into God.
True.
There's no reason why God should not be in everyone's life,
Mm-hmm.
regardless
Regardless.
of what you believe. Allow God to come in and to devote to you, devote to Him, and you'll see for yourself exactly what everybody means when they say that. When they say you need God, when they say that you can't say I will just do this on my own. There's no way.
Wow.
It's not the true way, at least. It's the very much so the difficult way, the way where you struggle to the point where you start to do things against yourself and against others, and it's just the devil's tricks,
It's true.
the devil's game.
Because how the
Are you
devil
gonna
work?
play?
Devil work with what?
Deception.
Divide and conquer.
Separation,
divided
not seeing
Adam
yourself
and
as
Eve.
one.
You understand, with the deception? You understand? He divided, the 12 disciples with the deception. You understand? It's always divide and conquer. Now we're here in the Western Hemisphere, and we are so divided that we constantly being conquered.
Right.
We constantly being conquered. Why? Because we're divided. You know what I mean? And it starts with the black family. And they know that. If the black family is strong, the community is strong.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And this is the thing. Our community is weak because the black family is not strong. We're not building the setting the structure right. There's a lot of things going on. You know what I'm saying right now?
We have no foundation.
With no foundation.
Where's the fundamentals?
That's true. So
Basics.
we're looking for that time where we coming together again. You know what I'm saying? And balancing our energy again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Our energy has to be balanced again. You know what I'm saying? We have to realize that if I'm masculine, right, which I truly am, if I'm masculine, my energy is to love the feminine. It's just reality. I couldn't be masculine if I don't love the feminine. You understand? And the feminine have to learn to love the masculine. Because that is true femininity. Right?
True power.
Not loving
A true
yourself is
divine
feminine,
woman knows that.
but
She
loving
knows she must love
yourself
herself,
and loving your
her family,
masculine, that is the
her man,
opposite of you.
her friends.
Right? So it
That's why it's
becomes
a
a true
perfect
balance.
match.
Yeah. Because that's what it's about. We have to balance these things out again. Learn to love the opposite of who we are to really show our devotion to our true love of who we are.
Exactly. Now,
Mhm.
whereas I feel like
Mhm.
our fundamentals are tainted.
Mm.
And then our fundamentals are tainted, and our minds are programmed.
That's
And
true.
until we unprogram our minds, until we untaint our minds, that's the beginning. And
That's
I feel
true.
like
That's
a
true.
lot of the
Music.
media, we're
No
programmed
doubt.
to live a certain type of way. We're chasing a lifestyle that is not even real. We're chasing a type of love that is not even real love.
Mhm.
We eating fake food. We're consuming this is not even real. We got to get back to what's real.
Mhm,
You know. So
I agree.
you have to deprogram our minds before we can take those steps.
I
For
agree.
sure.
I agree. And the programming is definitely forced through the media, forced through what we watch every day, is constantly programming us, to the point is that they're showing us a false reality, right? Of us.
Yeah.
Not of themselves. The false reality they're showing is of us,
They
right?
want to tell you who
Yeah.
you are.
They want to show
They don't
us
want you
that
to look
we
at yourself.
really aren't really in
They're
numbers.
not CO.
You'll never even see us in numbers.
I'm powerful.
Anytime you show how they show us, they're showing you us, not coupled up in numbers, you know what I'm saying? You see us all mixed down. We never can be coupled up with us and a whole family of us, 7, 8 of us together
Yeah, no more
in a family. You
No
see
more
that?
family.
You ever see that in any
Female by
arena that they
herself,
show you
male,
that the
female.
black man, the black woman with
mixing
5 and
us
6
up.
youth and all that? You see that image anywhere?
And it's rare.
That's very rare. You know what I'm
Nowadays,
saying?
we look at women with a lot of kids like, oh, she got a lot of kids.
Yeah,
But,
like it
I
couldn't
mean,
be me. Like
I couldn't have that many kids,
Right.
but that's what they was doing back in the day. Our families are slowly decreasing. So who's going to replenish? Who's going to replenish what we're trying to build? So
True.
that goes back to that programming. It's like,
Yeah, the programming is real, so we got to look at it like, how do we, not follow this program? What's the solution for not following this program? The main solution, I would say, honesty, is unifying and being more in love. Learning how to love the opposite again, you know what I'm saying? And build with that connection. Like my brethren, Rev and Shep, like how long y'all been building together?
We been married, 20 years?
20 years.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's beautiful. Salute. Because that's what we all striving to really get to. You know what I'm saying? Putting in that time and those numbers together. You understand? Because you can see from where you came from to where you are now, just by working and building together. You understand? It's no like a illusion. Nobody can sell y'all a dream. You see what I'm saying? Y'all really went there and moved on up for yourselves. You know what I'm saying? And that's the reality of it all.
Yeah.
But how do we do that if we don't really and truly work together? Because what do we gain? Like say for instance now, y'all got 20 years in, right? Okay, cool. Now say a next couple had 20 years in too, right? But now they break up. Everything that they done gained within them 20 years is gone.
Yeah.
It will never be seen again. It'll get scattered, you know what I'm saying, and battered, and it's done, right? But my point is, when you stay together, you never lose. You can only gain. You see what I'm saying? That's the fullness that they don't want us to see. We can only multiply when we stay together. You understand? That's what it's all about.
Kenya touched on it.
Mm-hmm.
What are the level of commitment? What's the level of commitment out here?
Mm-hmm.
So they might be constantly running into brothers who won't give them themselves. You know, you know how we do. We placate. We literally lying to you, right? For the reason, right? But my point is, they have to be stuck with the most version of that particular man today. So how hard is it for a female to put herself under the wing of a
Submit
male?
to a man.
Submit.
Worth submitting to.
Because I heard you say that earlier.
Yeah.
Submitting to a man who's worth submitting to. What makes this man, you know, what makes me want to submit to this man? Do I feel safe around this man? Am I protected? And that's the main thing, you know. A lot of men, due to the programming, it's like, I feel like the men are dying out slowly. You know, the media is killing our black community through the music, through the food, through the TV, all of that. We're killing ourselves. It's telling us unhealthy lifestyles, lust, colorism, gun violence. You know, we're taking our own lives. We're killing our own communities out. So why would we feel like, oh, we can submit to a man who was programmed like this until we can, you know, tweak the system and get back to who we truly are as ourselves? We're not going to grow, you know.
I agree.
We're not going to grow. Like, we have to kind of steer away from these things and keep it from the black boys as they're growing up, you know. Because now they're seeing them, they're hearing the music. Oh, F this, F these hoes, you know, disrespecting women.
Yep.
Why would we want to submit to a man like that?
That's true.
It makes it hard.
No, it really do. Because I mean, at the end of the day, is the submission part really comes, like you're saying, really from, you know, showing the actions, you know, because certain things have to be, you know, maintained, you know, for that to even be a reality, you know. And I think that as the young men now, they have the wrong intentions, you know what I'm saying? Your intentions got to be right, you know what I'm saying? And you got to watch for one's intentions, because not everyone is coming to you with the right intentions, you know what I'm saying? And that's the thing that I feel a lot of women fall victim to, because they watching these men with the material, whatever, but not watching his intentions, you know what I'm saying? Where does his heart really lie, you understand? Like, for instance, you know, I'm a grown man, I have youth, you know what I'm saying? Are they taking care of their children? If they have children, is that a problem because they have children? I don't think so, because children should be had, but they should be raised also. You understand? And they shall be provided for. So these type of things, you know what I'm saying, shows, you know what I'm saying, the fullness of the characteristics of why you should submit to this man.
Character.
You understand? Because he has to have certain characteristics of.
Does he love his mother?
That's a big
That's
one.
what I used to tell my little sister.
That's a big one. That's a big one.
If he don't have his moms, his sister, his aunts, like in his realm of thinking, red flag.
Red flag.
Not all the time, but you.
No, it's a red flag.
If you could tell he's ignoring certain women,
Right.
like he don't protect his sister in his
Yeah.
mouth,
No doubt.
his mom, my mom's birthday on the 19th, I don't know what I'm getting.
Yeah.
He has to have, you got to look for the characteristics of the man, then the movement. So it's a few layers in that. It's not as simple.
And the characteristics of a man, because, you know, okay, we all, you know, have mothers, but we all haven't had fathers. You understand? Now that's a next level to it too. You understand? So as the black man not being raised by a true fathers, you know what I'm saying, that's gonna show them how to lead and be a provider, their mind state is not on that. You understand? So yeah, that's what really, to me, stagnates the program. It's a balance. Again, the black family has been destroyed. You understand? When the black man is in the house, there's order. When the black woman is in the house, there's going to also be structure. So when you got the order and structure going on, everything is set.
Everything is
You know what I mean? And that's what people don't realize, that the balance of that thing, you know what I'm saying, of what really balances out the youth. You understand? Our youth is going astray because they don't have that true, genuine balance, and they're not really getting a chance to really express themselves. You know what I'm saying? They're getting raised by just two opposites. I mean, two are the same. You know what I'm saying? All right, yes, sir.
But, okay, is a woman overplaying her role nowadays in 2022? Will we consider that overplaying her role? Are women too self-sufficient, and is it intimidating to men in 2022?
Yeah, I think a lot of men have this like insecurity, especially and they're like at our younger ages. They're intimidated by you, especially if you're, you know, tapped into your true self, if not higher self. They are so intimidated. They think that you're better than them, and then they treat you lesser than because you challenge them too much. It's just they're not ready for you yet.
I can see that.
But you're sitting there looking at them like, I see his potential. I see this light in you, but you can't see it in yourself. You can't save someone else. They have to save themselves.
Save themselves, it's true.
They have to do the work. It's not just you. It can't just be you. No matter how humble you want to live and, you know, you want to take care of a man, that man needs to take care of you too. Or else you're signing up for yourself to be depleted in a lot of ways.
And you know, another thing is speaking about like from the man point of view, but also we're talking about this bad cycle that goes around, you know, from the women, you know, from, you know, not dating with intention, you know, when you're just going out on a date, you know, now, especially nowadays, people sleeping with each other on the first date. They don't even know this person.
Yeah, we have apps like Tinder.
Yeah.
All of these super superficial, empty, lifeless relationships with people.
Surface level.
Exactly.
Surface level.
You don't really see them as a person. You just see them as something that I can get pleasure from, and that's it. But I don't believe that is ever going to fulfill a person, ever. It'll only take you farther from where you want to go, because you're going to keep that cycle going.
Exactly.
Your intentions are off. They are wrong.
That's true.
That's not the energy you want to put out, because you're going to get it right back.
That comes from the programming as well. I feel like nowadays black women are looked at as sex symbols. Black women aren't respected as queens because we don't carry ourselves as queens. So how do we expect a black man to respect us as a queen if we're not vibrating in that manner, you know? And in order for you to receive that energy, you have to reflect it. So if I'm walking around here, whatever, my actions aren't reflecting what I'm trying to attract, it doesn't make sense. So that's another thing too, you know. Even in the music, the media, you see a black woman, she's portrayed as mad or, you know,
Ratchet,
out here, a hoe, or whatever you want to call it, those type of things. That's what we're looked at as, and black men are looked at as the savages, the thugs, the gangsters, those type of things, the pimps, the players, all those type of things. And we don't look at each other like kings and queens.
That's so true.
We
That's
don't.
so true. We don't.
So
We're far from it. But listening to the media, we're very far from that.
far
you know?
from that.
And that's the thing to me, is like, another thing that's going to stop a relationship from building is profanity, you know? Yeah, the profanity can never build anything. It only breaks up and destroys, you know what I'm saying? Because you're actually cursing something.
Yes, sir.
You understand? You're not blessing it, you're cursing it. So you can't build something on cursing. You can only build something on love and blessing something with love and honor and respect. So for relationships to even start, you got to come correct. That's the thing. You can't come with someone uncorrect and figure something to work out. You understand? Because here's the thing, it's like the media has so much control over the mindset of the people, they figure they can just say anything to you now.
Yeah.
You understand? Like just disrespect you. Little youth come to me, he cursing like 17 curses in less than 5 minutes. I had to tell a young man, I said, look, young man, look here. I'm like twice your age. Me and your dad is friends. You understand? At the end of the day, is you're not gonna be sitting there cursing in front of me as a grown man more than like that right there. So he had to stop and watch his mouth. So at the end of the day is now he's speaking proper, and he realized when he comes to me, I has to speak a certain way. I think that a lot of our young men really haven't been taught, you know what I'm saying, how to really carry themselves and speak to the young ladies, you know what I'm saying, the women, to respect them as queens, you understand? They got the mindset of treating them as, you know, these low-grading levels, you understand? And also putting your hands on women. That's not even necessary or never ever a part of building something with a woman if you figure you gotta hit her. You understand? Or choke her or do whatever they doing out there. But my point is saying that pain is never pleasure. You understand? You know what I mean? Don't get caught up into that, because we done been through that through slavery and all kind of things. You understand? Whips and chains and bondage and all kind of things. But that's not what's going to build us as a strong, you know what I'm saying, family. We have to, again, go forward, again, to the one that glues everything together, the Most High. You understand? And that's what people don't realize. It used to be said that a family that prays together stays together. Right? That was a reality because people did that. They came together, they said grace together, they ate together, they said grace together, they went somewhere, they came home safely, they gave thanks together. Just for being there and being in that, it was just the power and energy that we moved with. We moved with the Most High. We never left without Him anywhere we went. So we have to return back to that, you understand, to really, you know, come again how we are as a people, you understand, and that's our Godhead. That's why, like I said, a lot of this music right now is so poison, and a lot of this media is so poison, because they took God and they took love out of it. Anytime you take those elements out of it, it's dead. So people are living for what? Lust? What else out there? Money?
Money.
Envy, jealousy.
Just
Death.
power.
And there's a lot of death. You know what I mean? You can't leave death out. Suicide. All now is at a high time right now. Because of the music.
Right.
Because of what these people are on, and then also what? The mind state is tattered because what? They got all these drugs in there. You understand? All these man-made drugs. So you can't really build anything on that. Because at the end of the day, the mind is corrupted, you know?
Even down to what we're consuming. You know, it comes down to how we're taking care of our bodies.
Yeah.
We're calcified as a people.
Right,
We're calcified as a
Very
people.
much so.
It's we got a ways to go. I believe we can, you know, get there. It's just we have to take the initiative. And I wanted to ask your views on loving unconditionally, loving without too many conditions in place. You know, because if you have too many conditions, it doesn't make it unconditional anymore. You love someone because of what they can do for you, what they have to offer. That's not really love, because until all that is gone, then what do you have?
Right.
You know, what was beautiful to me, what you told, is shallow. And what was beautiful, what you told me about how he, you know, your king, he accepted you as you came without any additives. He loves you for who you were. And God accepts us as we come. So why can't we accept each other, come as we are? Like, you know, be our authentic selves.
Right.
Until you can be yourself, you know, that person loving somebody else.
That's
They
so
don't
true.
know the real you.
That's right.
That's so true.
We have to be true to ourselves. Yeah.
That's so real.
And that's what a lot of people run from, themselves.
Themselves, yeah.
That's why they put on everything that's fake. They put on this fake persona, you know, they'll put on the clothes and all this and this attitude, and that's really not who they are. When they go home at night and they realize no one's there, no one's caring for them, we were talking about the individualism, you know, I mean, even with your own family.
That's so real, yeah. Totally.
Plus,
Yeah.
your partner have to give you the space to be the real you.
Oh, true.
Unconditional, right? So I gotta love the the great things and the little quirky off things too.
That's true.
You might snore at night.
All of it.
We love that.
Like,
Yeah.
like I
Opening
need you to love
up.
all of you, not just some of me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it goes vice versa. It works both ways. I can't just love part of a person. You have to love that person and everything that come with them. And if you don't, you have to, be able to work with that person to become, their higher selves.
Right.
It takes time and commitment. However, you have to differentiate what's worth discernment. Is this worth
Ask
working
God, is this the
working
man
with?
for me?
Is this the man for me?
Because I don't know what I don't know what I need.
Exactly.
I don't know anything.
Exactly. I
That's
agree.
real.
Yeah.
That's so true.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know? So,
Earn is in discern though.
mhm.
that's
You
real
have to
right
have
there.
discernment.
We gotta open ourselves up too, and realize that you're not always gonna know if this will work. But if you just open yourself up, step by step, hopefully, keeping God's grace and will in part of everything in accord. It's hopefully it'll be that,
It
and
will.
it'll create into that too. We as women, we're creators. We make our lives in a lot of ways. So just open up. I've definitely learned to just open up, regardless of what it makes you feel. Open yourself up, and you'll realize the miracles that will come from it, the blessings that you've been blocking, and all the obstacles that you've almost forced yourself to continue to just allow to repeat over and over again. You have to let that go.
The truth will set you
Free. Yes.
always.
Always.
That's the thing. So, okay, but let me speak on unconditional a little bit, because I love unconditional, because I feel I have an unconditional love, for all mankind too, even the birds, creation too, it's unconditional love. You can't limit your love, because I feel a lot of people limit their love. They run around grumpy, and not being a nice day. They so focused on having a nice day. I'm gonna go out and have me a nice day. I'm gonna make sure I got all this, I got all that. Have me a nice day. You ain't treat nobody right all day, but you just deserve a nice day. No, it don't work like that. No, you have to go out there and be a nice day for you to really and truly have a nice day. When you do things for others, unconditionally too. Get them use a little support with the water bottle. It ain't costing you nothing but $2. You know what I mean? Be a nice day. You out there grumpy. You out there selling these water. All that McCall with the water. Be a nice day. Get them used to little change and keep it moving. You understand? Show that true unconditional love. You understand? So now,
That's real.
it gets to the true unconditional love to me is the child. Because you gotta love the child. You understand? To really be in full unconditional love. Now, here's the thing. If a man can love a child that's not his own and love it like it's his biological child, that's unconditional love. That has no partiality. The child needs what? A father and love. Right? Yeah, they gotta have it.
Yeah.
So, somebody have to step it up, right? What they call him? Stepdaddy. Why is he the stepdaddy? Because he stepped it up.
Stepped it up.
Why is she the stepmother? She stepped it up. That child got school clothes, is ironed and clean, and he was ready to go to school and got a great education, and he wound up being a great basketball. She stepped it up.
Yeah, sure.
Somebody had to step it up.
Yeah.
So that's unconditional love to me. You understand? But then, again, we're going to build on the next topic, but definitely, I just still feel that needs to be said because we have to learn that unconditional love again, to love all again, to love this creation again, open up our hearts again, because I feel our hearts is like really closed. I feel that we're thinking more with what? Our minds. But the heart closed, the heart shut off. It does nothing. You feel nothing. But your mind is constantly open. You know about this, right? You know about that. But what do you feel? Well, I don't know what I feel. You don't know what you feel in your heart, but you know what your mind thinking. thinking too much with our minds and not with our heart. We got to return to that again. You understand? Thinking more with our hearts. Because that's that real, true, unconditional love. It comes from the heart. You understand that, yeah, the hungry must be fed. That's from the heart. The naked must be clothed. That's from the heart. The sick must be nourished. That's from the heart. The aged even protected. That's from the heart. Then you understand? The prisoners even be visited. Oh, that's got to be from the heart. Huh?
That's a fact.
That the prisoners even being visited?
Even the prisoners.
Yeah, that's from the heart. So we got to start thinking from there again. You understand? And then we'll see the reality of what's really real again. You understand? What that true love for us as a people again. Because Babylon got us thinking it's love yourself. But it's supposed to be love your people, love your race. Because that's what we ain't loving. We're not loving our race enough. You understand? That's a real unconditional love again. Right? For us to really true indeed love our race and where we actually what? Come from. That love we ain't really expressing no more too much. You understand? It's out there. But that's the true love that we're supposed to be rolling on. The love for our people and the love for our race and the love for our heritage of our land where we come from. That's a whole next love. You understand? That really keep us more united to what's really real again. Because we all got mamas, right? But Mama Earth and Mama Africa, you understand, is that original womb where we come from. You understand? So we gotta have love for Mama again. You understand? But that's just the high heights on another story. But I definitely just wanted to block that because that's really where we at again. Just loving ourselves, you know what I'm saying? On some serious heights as brothers and sisters. Because to me, I look at it like we are all children of the Most High, right? And how we're supposed to be walking is in love and unity as brothers and sisters. Because if my sister hungry, I'm going to make sure she get to eat, you know what I'm saying? And if your brother need a ride somewhere, you're going to make sure he get there. You understand? So we got to return to that true love and respect for one another as brothers and sisters. It's not always a physical thing. Whenever them people, well, we're supposed to be together because it's just physical. It's never always a physical thing. It's more a spiritual thing and a brother and sisterhood.
Yes, sir.
That we look out and protect one another. We have to return back to that again. You understand? These dudes out here running around with these guns ready to shoot somebody. At the end of the day, you should be ready to defend your black women. You understand? To protect them and the children. You understand? Not out at the gas station begging a black woman for some money. She got children too. This dude out there asking her for money. You got any change to spare? He following all in the store, out the store. You got any change? And see her with the children, you know. His mind state ain't even thinking, this is a woman with children. She need every dollar she got. Maybe I should be giving her something.
Or leave her alone.
Or leave her alone.
For sure.
For real, for real.
Yeah.
So that's really the reality, man. I give thanks for this time, man, because we building on some serious topics. And this is just, you know, part one of this. We ain't done, you know what I'm saying? We just getting into it because this right here is beautiful.
Yeah.
So what you got, Kid, man? What's going on?
It's a beautiful conversation. I mean, so much more to talk about. It's just a small portion of the spectrum, but the spectrum goes on. The rabbit hole gets deeper. Oh, it gets deep. So we just got, like you said, we gotta start with ourselves.
Yes, indeed.
Man in the mirror.
Respecting one another. I think it starts a lot with respecting one another. You know what I'm saying? Accountability too. You know? Yes, indeed. I agree with that.
100%.
I agree with that totally. Accountability.
Yeah.
Speak on that.
So accountability, we all know what it means, but do we truly actually apply this concept in our daily lives? Like, it comes down, for me, at this day and age, every single day am I accountable. Not only in situations where it's like, you know, you should be accountable, but am I accountable when nobody's watching? Am I accountable when I am alone and nobody knows what I'm doing? you know, except for God?
True.
Am I truly actually accountable for my actions, and I am no longer choosing to project onto someone else what I think they should be doing, or they should be kind of just agreeing on with me? Like, why don't I look at myself before I look at my brother and I tell him, you're this and you're that, you know? A lot of, even in my own experience, a lot of women, we talk down on men as well, just as much as they talk down on us. We cannot lie and act like we are out here like, yes, black men. We are sitting here like, F that nin, you know? Like, it's ridiculous. It's
Right,
sad.
it is.
It's like, I see now, it's like you're speaking down on yourself when you speak down on a black man or any human being.
Right.
It's just pointless. Be accountable, no matter what age you're at, no matter what you're doing in your life, no matter how much money you have and you think you have some leniency. No, we have to be accountable. Once we all take accountability, a lot of the harm we do to one another, it kind of diminishes. Because it's like, I can't harm you if I'm being accountable and I'm looking at myself and I'm reflecting within and I'm seeing myself and my own flaws. I am no longer just looking at you and what you're doing wrong. I'm looking at me and what I'm doing wrong, because I'm human. I'm not, you know, the righteous one. I'm not almighty. I am just a human being working God's will, you know, so.
That's true. Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
That is so real, and that's beautiful for real. Man, that's wonderful. I love that topic there and that sound, because that's what it is all about. We have to be accountable, you know, to ourselves, like you were saying, like.
I can't trust you if you're not accountable.
Even privately, like you were saying, which is really good, because, you know, ones to be accountable around ones, but just to be private in your own, and the Almighty alone seeing you, are you really even accountable then? That's the reality of it is. So the whole reality come to, we have to move in truth.
Your habits.
You know, we have to move in truth. We can't
It's your
not
system that you work on.
move in truth, because what? Truth is the only thing that really can set you free. You're eternally free from what? The truth. Speaking the truth, but not only speaking it, but living it.
Yeah, being it.
You know, being that truth, you know.
Yeah.
So that's a beautiful thing to even see that, because that's what and that's where our power come in, when we moving in truth.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When we living in so much falsehood, we lose our power. But once we come in the fullness of the truth, we gain all our powers back. You understand? Because the truth is where the power lies. There's no power in lies. You understand? There's no power that people think and say, oh, I'm a lie and get away with something. No, you're not going to get away with it.
Karma will get you.
You know what I'm saying? But if you tell the
that
truth,
lie doesn't get you directly.
you understand, you're going to move forward.
Yeah.
That's the thing. The truth is the only thing that can let you move forward and free.
Right.
So I give thanks for this, man. I give thanks for this episode, man.
Thank you.
Yes,
Thanks
indeed.
for coming through,
Perfect
Queens.
love, man.
Oh, thank you.
We
Yes,
love
indeed.
you.
We're grateful
That's
to be
what's
here.
up.
I'm happy to
Thank
be
you
a
for
part of
giving
the
us this
conversation.
chance.
And it's gonna continue. We got a lot of points we left out, but it's, you know,
Yeah.
It's only part one.
it's gonna
Only
get
part.
it's gonna get really.
Yeah, we're going to definitely get into much more, too. Uh-huh. What's the time? Where we at now? You good? Yeah, so that's the vibe, man. I want to definitely take a moment if we can just play a African, you know, video, you know, and you know, just give one's time to really catch the vibe, because again, to me, I think that the best music is really coming out of Africa right now, because it's still based upon the true concepts of God and love, and they actually dance and they got lots of, you know what I'm saying?
We don't dance no more.
We
You
don't
go
dance.
out, everybody on their phone, nobody dancing. You know, it's rare to see a woman and a man dance together. When you're
That's
going
on
out
purpose.
nowadays,
Yeah.
especially here in Atlanta, everybody on their phone, Snapchat, Instagramming, but
It's like
we're
a
not
man
even
will look at
seeing
you.
each other.
That's true. That's true.
Women, I mean, men don't even approach women anymore.
It's so
No.
weird.
'Cause
It's so
even when they-
peculiar.
They don't.
go to
You
the
start to
club,
want to go
They
to
don't
them,
approach.
like,
They don't
hey.
approach women
And this
at
is
all
the-
anymore.
this is
So
That's so true.
It degrades
That's so
you.
true.
Everybody all
make
clicked
this
up.
happen.
The men
Everybody's
dancing
so
with
clicked up.
We're
themselves.
so disconnected.
The men be dance with themselves
and the
and
women be
be
dancing with stay friends.
Yeah, right.
We dance with our
That's
friends.
how it
It's so
Yeah,
unusual.
I've never seen that.
It's
That's
quite
and
peculiar.
everybody on their cell phone.
Everybody on
Right.
their phone.
all at the same time.
All at
Everyone on
the
their
same
cell
time.
phone. So we have to get forward to that again.
I'm
Actually
watching your Instagram
dancing
story instead
together.
of talking to you in
and, you know,
person.
we haven't mentioned it, but
It's crazy.
the main part of a relationship
Gotta
to
see
me
it, too.
always been,
We think
and
it's
I would
small.
say in percentage wise, you know, when we deal with percentages of relationships, to me, the main percentage of a relationship to me has always been the communication. Like 90% of a relationship to me has always been the communication. You know what I'm saying? We have to be able to communicate to be in any relationship. You ain't communicate with your boss, guess what? You fired. That's a relationship you got. You know, he paying you for this relationship. You know what I'm saying, that you're in. You have a contract for this relationship, but if you're not communicating with me, guess what? You're fired. You know what I mean? Because that's the whole thing about communication. You know what I'm saying? It builds the relationship. It's the main thing. If you don't communicate with someone, it's like, man, they ain't even communicating with me. They got money they owe me. You know what I'm saying? Relationship done, you know.
Yeah.
We ain't got no relationship no more, you know. I keep calling, you ain't answering, I ain't getting no communication.
Yeah.
Now you done change your address and all that. Oh, we definitely, our relationship is definitely over. You see what I'm saying? Because you're not communicating. But you're gonna give me a call and be like, you know, I'm having a little trouble right now, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get it to you. You know what I'm saying? When it happened, boom, boom. You communicate with me, we still friends. We got a relationship still. Relationship still on. You know what I'm saying? Click, the relationship on. But now, in the male and female's relationship, communication is key. You understand? And we got to know how to communicate again.
Language leads to longevity.
True.
Like the language you speak to each other through?
Mhm.
How do you mean?
Well, all language leads to longevity, just like your boss, right? Excuse me. If you are an ill worker, your communication from what's required will be added on to you doing what was required. You're just a better experience.
Right.
So
I see.
language definitely leads to longevity because you got to learn how to argue. When those things do come up, right, there got to be love in that also. So it's never malice.
Right.
It would always be just to the point,
Right.
Right.
not anything carry over.
Right.
We only talking about the milk that spilled,
Right.
not our relationship.
And that's the thing too. So
Wow, that's
in a relationship, just like you're saying, so if you have a relationship you're in, you can argue and not fight. Those are
There
two
we go.
different
There you go.
levels. See, most
Argue,
people don't know
not
how to
fight.
break those two down. You figure
we
if you
see
arguing,
arguing as fighting.
right? You
If
see,
we debate, it's a fight. I don't want to see you anymore. It's like over.
right? It doesn't make
We
no
don't know
sense.
how to argue.
Right.
In our generation, we do not know.
You
how
gotta
to
know how to
argue.
accept when
We
you're
are
wrong.
off running away.
You
as
know,
soon as
and
the problem
admit when
starts.
you're wrong.
It's a problem.
You understand? It's
Yeah.
like you gotta be adult because you know, and truly, really and truly, you know, we're on a shortage of adults. You know. You know that, right? We're on a shortage of adults.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's a shortage of adults. Because in order to be adults, somebody has to hold responsibility. It has to be, the family has to be maintained. Everything has to be going in order for the adults to be adults. We can't be adults until we cross the threshold of parenthood. You understand? So we're on a shortage of adults. You understand? Ones to grandmothers, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, the 40 and 50 is a new 30.
Right.
So grandma can't be grandma now. She what?
She wants to be young.
She
Yeah,
G-Mom.
right.
That's G-Mom. I can't be called grandma. I'm not doing my time like that. So she's still trying to be young. So we're on a shortage of adults right now. Ones that want to actually step up again. These women running around with 5 children and you ain't trying to get no husband yet? You got 3 children, you're trying to get no husband yet. No one just to be stepping up to be the father of those children and help you be a completion of a family. That's where I'm at with it. Because at the end of the day now, she's still out. She got, you know, thousands of followers. You understand? but those children don't have not one father in their life, though. But you got thousands of followers, though. But not one of those people, you understand, actually stepped up.
Thousands of followers,
Yeah,
no
not
father figure.
And no father figure. All right.
Wow.
But it takes a strong man to even want to step up to the plate to raise children. That
There's a few
is not
left.
even, it's a few left, but
Yeah.
to raise children that aren't even your own, it takes a lot of love and
That's
selflessness.
again, that comes to what?
Yeah.
That unconditional love. And men forgot that. A lot of these dudes out here is soft. You understand? If she got children, I don't want to be with her. That's softness. You need to step
Yeah,
it
they
up.
say that first.
You're supposed to be stepping it up. You really check for her? Step it up. You understand? Don't get soft and be like, oh, she got too many kids. I can't mess. Really and truly, you know what I mean? Because the reality is, again, that's that unconditional love. Are you looking to build something with her? Or you just trying to get it in and be out? You understand? Because that's the mindset of the youth right now. You understand? And then they having youth and they like, I ain't care about you or the child. So it's like, so what is your purpose of even being with the woman if you wasn't looking to really maintain the cycle of life and raise a child with her? You understand? What's your purpose? So now they're doing all this with poly and all this stuff here right now, which is, that's another, a rabbit hole.
That's the next
Save
show.
it for the next
That's
show.
That's
the
the
next
next
show.
rabbit
I
hole.
We
wrote
definitely
down
settled
marriage.
that.
What is marriage to you, and what is,
Right.
Get into all that.
Yes,
Yeah.
indeed. So we're gonna seal this one up then because it's a fullness right here, and I'm thankful for all checking in,
Yeah.
and
Thank you.
and
Thank you, Queens, for coming.
No
Let us
doubt.
pick your brains. I hope to see y'all again
listen,
real soon.
give thanks and praise,
doubt.
man, for the love and unity,
Give
And
thanks.
we sealing this one up, and this is what called what? The
Think Champs.
Peace and blessings.
Us.
Oh, they are delicious.
It's good. Vegan Dream.
Better than a regular donut.
Vegan.
Who is that? It's vegan? Good well.
It is good. It's good. You like it?
I really do. Delicious. Awesome.
Right.
I love it.
Is it good?
Banana.
Go ahead, good. Bring me some more.